Imagine this. You watched something yesterday, a video, a moment, something someone said, and today it's gone. Not faded, gone. Like your brain hit delete. Something is happening to your memory, and the scary part isn't that you're forgetting. It's that your brain is choosing to. Because your brain isn't losing memories, it's getting rid of them on purpose, and it thinks it's helping. But this isn't a story about broken brains. This is a story about a brain doing exactly what it was designed to do, just faster. For thousands of years, your brain had no backup. If you heard a story, you remembered it. If you learned a skill, you practiced it. Because if you didn't, it disappeared. There was no cloud, no search bar, no second chance. Your brain had one rule. If something mattered, keep it. If it didn't, let it die. And memory was expensive. The brain burns enormous energy just to function, so every memory had to justify its existence. Do I need this? If the answer was no, it disappeared. If the answer was yes, the brain held on tight. This system worked for almost all of human history. Then something changed. In 2011, psychologist Betsy Sparrow ran an experiment. People typed facts into a computer. Some were told the information would be saved. Others were told it would be erased. The people who believed the computer would remember the information remembered far less themselves. Their brains made a decision. The machine has this. I don't need to. And it deleted. Researchers called this the Google effect. Not because technology damaged memory, because the brain adapted to technology immediately. Why waste energy remembering something a machine already stores for you? But then the forgetting spread beyond facts. In 2014, researcher Linda Henkel found that people who photographed experiences often remembered less about them later than people who simply observed. The brain made another decision. The camera saw this. I don't need to. Another deletion, and slowly, memory stopped being something humans carried. It became something humans accessed. By now, most people use their phones as an external memory system. Not just to help remember, to replace remembering. The phone wasn't a tool anymore. It became part of the process of thinking itself. And maybe that sounds harmless, until you realize what the brain is deleting now. Not facts, moments, the sound of someone laughing before you reached for your phone, the feeling of a place you were too distracted to fully notice, the conversation you half listened to while scrolling something else. Because memory has a rule. If attention is divided, the moment never fully arrives. It's like writing a file, but never clicking save. And that may be why life feels faster now. Not because time changed, because fewer moments are being deeply remembered. Your childhood felt longer because your brain recorded more of it. Everything was new, everything mattered, everything stayed. But adulthood becomes repetition, scrolls, notifications, half attention. And when the brain stops storing rich memories, years begin to collapse into each other. That's the disturbing part. Your life may feel shorter not because it is shorter, but because your brain recorded less of it. And three things accelerated this. First, phones replaced storage. No need to remember numbers, directions, birthdays, or facts. The device remembers for you. Second, attention shattered. You watch while scrolling, listen while checking, exist while distracted. And third, answers became instant. No struggle, no searching, no sitting with uncertainty long enough for memory to stick. Because struggle is often what tells the brain, this matters, remember this. But modern life removes struggle everywhere it can, and the brain adapted exactly the way evolution designed it to. Save energy, delete the rest. At the same time, the same screens that store our memories also overload our minds. Notifications, comparisons, endless information. Chronic stress has even been linked to changes in the hippocampus, one of the brain regions deeply involved in memory. So now the brain isn't just filtering more, it's filtering while overwhelmed. And maybe that's why so many moments today feel strangely empty. Not because they weren't important, but because we were never fully there when they happened. Before writing, before books, before the internet, memory was everything. Entire histories survived because somebody remembered them. Stories survived because someone repeated them. Skills survived because someone practiced them long enough to never forget. And those ancient humans had the same brains we do. Same hardware, same need to remember what mattered. Your brain still wants to remember. It still holds on to certain moments with incredible detail. The hand you held when you were afraid. The voice that called your name in a crowd. The moments where you forgot about the screen completely because you didn't want to miss a second of being alive. Because even in a world where technology remembers everything for you, the most important memories still cannot exist anywhere else except inside you. And maybe the scariest part isn't that technology remembers everything. Maybe it's that we slowly stopped remembering for ourselves. Subscribe if you want more videos that change how you see yourself.